Good afternoon. Hi.
Yo, hello.
It's really good to see you again. Okay, I have a little bit of problem because I don't know why I cannot sign into our document. Okay, anyway, today our sexual topic, better sex, better life, is all about sexual confidence. So I think of all things that affect our sexual satisfaction, I think the most important element here is sexual confidence. How
Yeah.
many of us actually are confident to know that our partners desire us and to know that whatever we bring in our sex life is also highly valued by our partners.
Yeah,
Right?
definitely. This is all the confidence is also one of those things wherein it's so fundamental, but everybody doesn't want to talk about it because everybody just goes into the, oh, do you know this technique? Do you know this like sex position? Do you know these things? Like, no, 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 no. Let's not go there. You have to be able to get there first. And this is really where it starts.
And I think a lot of times people think that the body image is the most important, but I would say as a woman who age, the older they are, I find that they are more confident actually. They are more comfortable in their own skin and they know what they want, they know what they can offer. So I feel that actually older women has better confidence. Do you think
Yeah,
so?
but do you find that consistent with regards to like so how does it change over the age ranges?
I think like me myself, when I'm at younger age, especially you are first time boyfriend, you don't know what to do, you are a bit concerned whether do I look slim enough, am I, my boob big enough. I think there is more things to concern rather than do I enjoy it,
Yeah.
am I giving pleasure to my partners. So I think the confidence levels is not the same.
Yeah,
As
I think I noticed something similar from the people that I've worked in counseling with. It's like the younger they are, usually they concerned about like, oh, does my body look okay? Is my penis big enough? What do you call it? Like, are my biceps okay? Is she going to like how I look without my? Very important. Do I look okay without my shirt on? Wow, it's those are the main ones, and then over time the problem becomes more of a, am I going to get her to an orgasm? Hopefully I last long enough. Wow, like a lot of these things come, but this is inside the bedroom though. But that's it is, yeah, I think you're correct. There's a progression to confidence issues between people, and you can easily look at that as well in terms of how you see people out there, because there's women and men who are so confident when they're meeting other people, but when it comes to when they seal the deal and they're about to do it, suddenly it goes down. Like everything just goes to hell. uh, and the confidence part is also related to the preliminary attraction in the first place. So this is a very important topic, and I think we should dive into this a little bit to see that, guys, it's not all about like technical technique of your fingers and your bodies. That's not it.
okay, okay, I don't know why I can't access to the Google Doc, so I need to just freestyle
Yeah, yeah,
this conversation.
yeah.
It
Okay,
can
well,
I don't know. I mean, before we go live, it's there, but now I just can't. And it says I changed my password. I don't know why. Okay. So, okay, again, I think the core about the sexual confidence is also feeling comfortable in your own body and also knowing that you deserve pleasure. I think
mhm.
people who are not confident, sometimes they will think that they don't deserve it. And when you think you deserve it and you are able to articulate it well, like to tell what you really enjoy.
Yeah, like that's definitely a lot to do with the level of familiarity of what's going on. I mean, if you're more familiar with what's going on, I mean, it doesn't. It's not rocket science. That the more you do something, the more confident you are at it. At least you know what doesn't work. No, even if you mess it up several times, like, okay, that doesn't work.
Okay.
Um, but I'd say that a lot of there's confidence that's like before sex happens. There's confidence when you're initiating, like you're about to initiate that sex is going to happen. And there's the reason why confidence is important when sex is actually happening. And then there's the after, like you still need it after. So I think it'd be a good idea for us to go through what does it mean when we talk about confidence before sex actually happens? What does that mean? Uh, and a lot of that really is like number one, which I'd like to touch into, is the most number one people complain about, which is how do I look, or how am I perceived publicly by my date when I meet them? Like, how do they perceive me? So I want to know, like, what do women do? Like, what do you do when you want to feel really good about it? Oh, I'm going out on a date. How do I make myself feel good about this?
I think, of course, we put quite a lot of efforts in, like nice hair, dress nicely, but also maybe a bit sexy, but not like a slut kind of sexy. like I'm open, but I'm not easy, kind of dressing.
Okay.
And I think smells good, I think the smells is also important. I think that makes me like confident. If I'm going for a date and like the whole day I'm sweating, I have smells and things like that, I think that definitely affects my confidence.
Mm. How about when you look at guys, though? When you look at men, how can you tell that they're confident?
I think the way they carry themselves, like the way they talk, like if they are very like shy or scared, then you can feel that they are not so confident.
Yeah. And how important is it that you feel that a guy is confident before you'd even consider doing anything with them?
I'm sure it's really important. It's important. Like if a man is too shy, means the girls needs to put more effort, or take more
Mm-hmm.
action. I, I
Mm-hmm.
would think for a woman we prefer the man do the initiative, right? But if he's too shy to do that.
Mm.
Yeah, then it might not happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you look at science of that one, like preliminary attraction has a lot to do mostly with confidence. So it actually doesn't really matter. When I was studying this, it doesn't really matter so much what you're both wearing as much as it is that you're carrying it properly. If I'm dressed up in sports attire, let me carry it properly that I'm in sports attire. And, yeah, and at the same time, you hit a nail on the head when it comes to public, what do you call this, attraction confidence in men and women. It's like women tend to accept invitation and allow for, like, okay, you can continue approaching, whereas men have to be confident to say, hey, I'm here, like, hello, to lead and actually approach. And that's actually very primal and very, very much instinctive for people. So when you talked about what you do for women, for men, they tend to, apparently what makes men feel pretty good is how fit they feel in their body, like how their body feels. And you can see that also in the posture of how they are. Like, is the back straight? Is your chest open? And do you walk like do you walk confidently with that? And it's one of the things that women notice very quickly, like posture.
Yeah. It's really not about the size, it's really about the posture. Like,
Yeah.
are they really confident when they approach you? The way they talk to you, are they really confident? I think confidence is really sexy if a man, carry himself well.
Mm.
Yeah.
So what would you advise women uh, to do? Say, they're going on a date, whether it be with their existing partner or a new date. What are easy things for them to do so that they feel more like they like themselves more to be confident? But what's the essence of it if you were to like drill it down?
I think for women, you need to be comfortable. When you're comfortable, you feel confident. Imagine if you're wearing something that you are not comfortable and you keep on trying to adjust to that, it makes you less confidence, I think. So you
Mm-hmm.
need confidence, comfortable with yourself, like how you talk and things like that. Be yourself. And when you're trying to be someone else, when you're not comfortable, I feel it actually shows that you're not confident. I
Mm.
mean, when you are being yourself, it's easy, right? That's why
Yeah.
you can be your best. But if you're trying to be someone else, like dress differently or speak differently, unless you practice it many times, or else I don't think you will have that kind of confidence.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
Like I think for men, the easiest thing that I could tell them to build up a sense of confidence before, like being in a situation where I might be able to initiate sexual interaction is number one, like, like make sure that maybe even during that morning you did some form of physical activity so that your body feels more comfortable to you. You moved it around. You be very conscious about like, okay, my posture is here. It's like I want my chest to be pointing towards the person because you will actually feel good about that yourself
Yeah, and
and
relax, right?
and
Like,
relaxed. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
A very big difference between like saying hello here and hello here. This is very, very different. I would actually start there to just get used to that in the first place. And remember, when it comes to clothing, guys, it's more about how it fits rather than how expensive it is.
maybe some people feel more confidence with expensive clothes. I don't know.
Yeah, that's. I would say that from at the beginning, it is like that until you start seeing that. So, for example, a personal story for me is, uh, I genuinely felt a lot more comfortable publicly when I started building myself physically, and then I wore clothes that actually fit properly. It
Okay.
made it feel like, you know what, I'm not wearing clothes. The clothes are actually accentuating my existing body. So it feels like, ooh, this is nice.
Not a lot of people can achieve your kind of confidence. But I
Yeah,
think sometimes for men, I do see that a lot of people try to wear expensive clothes to boost
yeah,
up their confidence.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I genuinely feel like, yeah, make sure that you carry yourself and wear the stuff that makes you feel good, especially if you're going on like a first time interaction with people, because you need a lot of the confidence that you can get to initiate stuff.
And
So,
I also think there's another way where some people who are insecure, sometimes they will also like afraid of rejection. That
mhm,
can also show like before sex, like before that
yeah.
they are feel insecure, afraid of rejection, rather than just enjoy the moment, enjoy the conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, like coming in there without an agenda.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's definitely something. I'm coming in here with a day of like, I want to enjoy getting to know this person, even if it's my existing partner. I'm. It's like there's a statement I read the other day. Schedule time to build mood. Don't schedule time to have sex
Okay.
because the
Oh,
sex will come. Like
okay.
schedule the time to get into the mood. I was like, oh, that's actually really good. That's really really good. And
So how
therefore,
to
yeah.
set the mood? How can you set the mood?
Okay, I mean, setting the mood has a lot to do with how can you both get to be as comfortable as possible,
Yeah.
which you
So,
were talking about a while
so
ago.
I think the environment plays an important. Sometimes the music, sometimes the ambience makes you more relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
The lighting that makes the situation more romantic. A person
Yeah,
looks prettier under yellow lights rather than white bright lights, right?
yeah, definitely. And you know what? If you're trying to build confidence to talk to connect with somebody, please, for the love of God, like try not to do it in a place where there's you have to yell at each other to listen to each other. You're just like,
Maybe that is also a trick, because you need to yell at each other. You will go close to the ears and talk so intimately.
I just noticed that tends to work more for younger people, though.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, you're hot. Oh, there's loud music. Come here, let's start. Let's yell at each other. Your clothes look nice. Your butt looks great. It's like, yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't work for old people anymore, is it?
I noticed that. Okay, so I noticed that when people hit their late 20s to early 30s onwards, they care more about like, okay, I don't want to go to a super duper crazy ass party place to connect with somebody. They'd rather have a, hey, let's go to a place where we can talk
Yeah.
and we can see if there's actually something here. Yeah. So, and then which brings me, I guess, to the next part there, which is like when you talk about confidence in yourself, there's another part which everybody tends to ignore, which is not outside, which is confidence in your physical well-being. And like as you age, one of the things that men get really scared of is, okay, I'm afraid to initiate potential sex because I'm afraid my penis is not going to work.
True.
Yeah, and it's a big fear. It's a big fear. That's a traumatic thing for people. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah. Actually, because we at Beauty and Co, we do so much of sexual health. So that day I actually encountered a customer. He wanted to ejaculate as soon as possible because he afraid that he might lose the erection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the fear of not able to perform, and the fear of the partner knowing that he might lose the erection. Yeah.
Yeah, and I underestimated the level of fear that men have with the idea that they cannot get an erection properly for a long time. It's almost as if like, why am I even a man in the first place if I cannot do this? And that's a really big thing, and the biggest contributor to having your erections healthy and whatever are your physical markers, which is obviously your nutrition and your general physical fitness. That's sex related. So pelvic floor muscles, your general health of your core, and then how you eat, how you sleep. Otherwise, it's all not gonna work.
And how I advise to the customer, because he was coming to our center to do the Amsala chair for the pelvic floor muscle. So I told him that he doesn't have this erection issue. I said to build his confidence, he can actually do some self-pleasuring to see if he can get erected, and then let the erection goes soft, and then you try it again. And if every time you tried it, you can be erected, there's no reason for you to be fear. Sometimes then that, and I told him that sometimes in sex, the whole experience, there will also be time where you start losing your erection, maybe because too tired, maybe the position doesn't fit you or whatever reason. But if you have the confidence that that using this method or this way to stimulate yourself, you will definitely get it erected. And that gives you a lot of confidence.
Yeah, definitely. What about for women? What are the biggest killers of confidence when it comes to physiology?
During sex, right? Actually, I think a lot of women, they will also rush the husband or the partner to ejaculate faster, fear of vaginal dryness. So like they already know that it's getting dry, then they might actually rush the husband or the partner to ejaculate faster. Like, finish up now.
I mean, lubricant is always ready. Should be like normal. Should be normal.
So much of myth to think that if I use a lubricant means I'm an old lady, I'm a menopausal lady. No, if you want to enjoy a longer sex or sometimes, I don't know, the situation or whatever, you are not well lubricated at that time, just use lubricants.
If it's already your third session within 24 hours, you probably might need it, you know? So
Yeah. And maybe and for women, usually after 8 minutes, we will start to dry up. Unless you are doing oral sex or other things, or else you will start drying up. And that will also give the woman a bit of pressure and afraid to tell that, oh, I'm drying up. Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's okay, it's normal to dry up. It's okay to use lubricants, and we have very, very good lubricants. Please come look up at our websites from France. Please use lubricants. I think every person who are sexually active should have a lubricants.
Yeah. But I noticed that, when these thoughts come up for people the most, it's not when sex is happening.
Okay.
It is just before sex is going to happen. It's that feeling that's why I say when there's like, oh, everything is going on, like everything is good, you're already like kissing each other, making out, you're already starting to get into the mood, and the guy starts thinking, come on, work, come on, please get up.
Oh my
and
God.
and the woman is like, okay, I hope I'm already like lubricated enough. Should I say that we should have a bit more foreplay? He's already going for it, blah blah blah. This is actually when it hits hard. Like the first like couple of minutes just before actually sex starts happening. And then that's why this is usually the make or break of when there's that awkward moment. Either it's a go or a no go for people.
So when we talk about this, like that 5 minutes before sex, so sometimes women, I think what is their concern is also smell. Does she smells good? If he is going to go down on me, am I clean enough? So sometimes they might like, or halfway through, okay, let me just have a 5 minutes toilet break.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think having a good hygiene intimate product is also important. That can really boost up your confidence that okay, I'm really clean, and not to say really clean, I'm clean and I smells good.
Yeah. And one of the things that really cause problems for both natural lubrication for women, which also means related to being turned on, and for men's erection, is actually stress levels. So it's really amusing that the more you think about like, oh, can I get it up today? Or, oh, can I get wet enough today? The worse it gets. The worse it gets.
I think same thing to women, like if your partner keep on asking, have you come?
Yeah, it's like,
I can't.
yeah.
The pressure, yes.
Yeah. So how do you what do you call it? So that's the pre moment, like, okay, we're getting there now. That's where confidence needs to come in. Like for men, you have to have faith that your junk works. Like, if you have faith in your junk, it's more likely it's gonna work. And then for women, don't think about like, is he gonna be okay? Am I gonna be okay? No, just focus on like, I want to be in this moment so that you can naturally become wet and lubricated naturally through the moment.
And I think the funny thing is, men usually their highest satisfaction are making the woman able to multiple.
Yeah.
But woman is like, oh, is he, instead of thinking of herself like how I should get pleasure, if she keep on thinking about the man, the man will not be able to enjoy it as much. I would think so. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Absolutely agree. Yeah. Yeah. One of the I don't want to say scariest things is when you're having sex with somebody and they go into a spiral of insecurity. Like you just be like, should I stop? Should we just like, okay, I feel
like keep on asking.
Are you okay? Are you okay? So
right.
Yeah, I feel like we're in a therapy session all of a sudden. It's like, are we okay? Do you want to just cuddle?
Continue doing. Just don't keep on asking. Yeah.
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 All right. Well, then we go into confidence when it is actually happening already. So this is the funny bit where what are the highest what are the biggest hits, like actually why is it important to be confident when things are already happening? So one of the studies that I've seen, plus also from therapy work, is you see that it's not actually like the quality of sexual experience is not necessarily tied to the number of positions or number of techniques you guys know. It's like we move to 20 different positions in like 5 minutes. That doesn't make you like sex gods or something. It's not like that. It's a lot about like, people will naturally, eventually, as they grow older, they'll tell that the quality of the sexual experience has a lot to do with how they are both feeling comfortably during the interaction, how the woman feels sometimes that they can let go and be
Like
led
surrender yourself,
and
right?
surrender yourself, and at the same time for the man to feel that, oh, she is surrendering, but at the same time I'm also surrendering to like this experience, and yet I'm still kind of leading in some way. That's like a dance in itself, and that's where a lot of people mostly have a lot of satisfaction.
I think it really takes a lot of confidence to surrender yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think that's why it's really scary, because the thing that people are mostly scared of is number one, they're afraid of not being received by their partner. You know, like you're seeing all of me right now, and are you accepting me? And this is not
Or
just
are
for the
you
women.
judging me? Oh my God, imagine
Exactly. Are
how
you judging me? It's like when the clothes fly off, it's like, are you looking at me? Are you judging me? It's like you just saw everything and you're like, you like that? Do you not like that? What the fuck's going on here? So that's like numero uno killer or happy times. uh, and then number two is when confidence killer, when sex is really about to happen, is when, you know what, maybe you've been together for a while and then suddenly somebody says, stop. I think we forgot, like, why I cannot do this because I remember that you said something a while ago and it's really bothering me. I'm just like, what?
oh my God.
Yeah, because suddenly, like, you're not here. Now you're in this moment an hour ago or this morning, or like you said something to the baby this morning. And it's like, whoa, that's like dead already. So
I think
so
that usually happens women, maybe, right? Their
yeah,
mind
most commonly.
yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, at least statistically speaking, once men get into the mood of things, it's really more of like a there's no turning back kind of thing.
Or you
So
might kill the woman, right? You just kill the
yeah,
woman.
yeah,
Not
you kill the moment. You're like, what the hell? Like, do you want us to keep going or just stop it now? Um, and a lot, and another one is rushing into it. So that's why you don't feel confident. So when you, for example, if it's the first time you're going to have sex with somebody, you can see like the shoulders are tight, or like you're a bit like, I'm not comfortable touching you yet.
true.
So you need to invest in the time to like really hold and touch each other, massage, whatever, so that you both get more relaxed. So
Oh,
that
I love the massage part actually.
uh,
I do think, if you are first time making love to each other, it's really nice if you can massage each other, like
yeah.
to know how a person love to be touched.
Yeah. And one of the things that I learned from one of my friends, where like she literally now, because it's hard for her to like relax when it's another person, especially when it's the first time. So she actually sometimes tells the partner, like, hey, I'm a little bit tense. Can you just rub or touch, or like just rub or massage me a little bit just so that I relax a little bit? And you know what? No guy is going to say no to that. They're just going to be like, oh, that's like a one-way ticket to like touching you. Let's go. So girls, do it. Ask for it.
Get a free massage.
You get a free massage, you get turned on, and the guy is like, wow, this is like a highway to getting started.
That's good.
Yeah, definitely. Like I was like, that's good. I should start teaching that to people. Another one is, like to be confident. Is one of the things that kills people's confidence. It's the idea that okay, maybe she's expecting to have multiple orgasms. What if I'm not able to give her that or whatever? So you both. It sometimes it's actually pretty good to set expectations in a light way. Um, I'm quoting from my best friend who said this to a girl that he's just newly started dating because she was super duper uptight, like super tense, and he's like a veteran, you know. So what he basically said, like, hey, like calmed her down a little bit, like, hey, I can tell that you're nervous. Let's make the point of this just to get to know each other. That's all. And automatically the pressure just like drops, like done, because there's no more expectation of anything. And that's very useful to be able to do. To
And just now you're talking about, women wanting multiple orgasm and men are afraid not to able to do it. So
yeah,
just be creative. There's so many ways that you can make a woman orgasm, even
yeah,
without penetration.
oh yeah.
so
Sometimes it's even easier.
so don't. I mean, by communicating and setting expectation, then you can definitely know what you're doing. Then you definitely will have the confidence to do it.
Yeah. So, some tips to make sure that you're more confident when it's in already in the bedroom and you're both fine. I think number one that I would easy one is practice walking around naked at home.
Yeah, like be comfortable with your own
Yeah,
body.
just get used to that. Obviously, not when your children are around or anything like that, but when you're by yourself, even in the bathroom, you look at yourself because chances are, if you like that, it's like, oh wow, I like that part of me. I like that specific part. You're proud of that, and then you see that, okay, I want to improve, say, my butt area, and you start, say, maybe you exercise more, you fix your eating a little bit, but then you're happier about how you look.
Yeah,
And,
I think it's really important, and you will be surprised that not many people actually look at themselves when they are naked.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
That's one of the biggest things I can tell people. Like, get used to yourself naked. And if you're single, I would say like once a week or so, maybe try to sleep naked.
Okay.
Yeah, and just try to sleep naked and then see how liberating that feels. Like at the beginning, it's gonna feel awkward, but over time, you'll start walking. I was like, oh wow, this is actually fairly free, but it's gonna take time. Yeah. Because you like one of the things that you notice, especially for women, is like, oh my god, I have this wrinkle here, I have this thing here, I have this mark here. Trust me, the
I
guys all don't notice it.
and actually, if you look at women, a lot of times, especially those who after give birth, they usually don't look at themselves naked. And I
Yeah,
think it's really important, just accepting yourself, that be confidence, I think like fully accepting yourself. Your body has gone through so much. You are carrying a human in your body, you should appreciate that kind of strength that your body go through. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, you know what? If you guys just went through pregnancy and you're starting to like get your body back, you know what your husband is usually thinking? That was like a lot of months of not getting laid. Come on, girl, let's get at it. For the most part, like I would say the majority, that's what's on their mind. And no, most of the time, like you're the only person who notices this weird stretch mark here or this line here. You are looking at that. The guy is not usually looking at that.
And it doesn't really bother the guy so much. And sometimes, letting your husband know that you go through so much, like you have stretch mark, you sacrifice, then you have stretch mark in your body. I think that makes your husband appreciate you even more.
Yeah. For committed couples, I can definitely say that that is more the case because uh like they it's like saying you admitted that something vulnerable about you, and then
Yes.
for them they're like, oh wow, you're giving me that sense of, you're telling me that you're vulnerable, and my male protector instincts are coming in here, so it makes them feel even better about themselves. So yeah, go for it. You're giving the chance for the guys to be guys. That's definitely
I
something.
know a couple. My one of my customers. The husband actually apply lotion to the wife body like on a daily basis. So he actually, I can see how loving they are, and he is able to appreciate the wife body, and it makes the wife very confident about herself.
Yeah, like I can just imagine how many sex sessions were initiated from those. It's like
Yeah, I think
pretty
true.
good,
I think
pretty
I
good.
think I think the reason the husband is doing all this lotion applying is to initiate. Okay, now I know it.
Yeah, well, hey, if it works for everybody, I'm not gonna say no. Just do it. So another tip to make sure that confidence inside the bedroom is pretty high is actually practicing by yourself. Uh, because if you know like how your body works and what you like and what you don't like, what's the number one thing that a lot of people sorry, there's number one and there's number two. The second thing that people are afraid of when they're having sex is their partner, like disappointing their partner in the sense of, oh, my partner feels like they didn't do it properly to me, or vice versa. It's just like you're insecure about your partner being insecure about being insecure. It's just like, whoa, man, like,
Oh my
whoa.
god! Oh
So
my!
what do you do? What do you do? You solve the problem by saying, you know what? It's the first time you guys are getting to know each other. Be open to, like, you know what, I really like these parts of me. I really like touching these parts of me. It's like you're killing the potential of messing it up by telling each other what you like, but you'll only do that if you also do practice on yourself. So this
And
is for men and
sometimes
women.
I feel like not all sex will have happy ending, and it's
No.
okay. And it's okay, because sometimes some situation, or the person moods or circumstances that it's not very pleasurable at that time, then it's okay, just
Yeah.
chill and talk to each other or touch each other. You don't really need a happy ending every
Yeah.
session. Yeah.
Yeah, and then no couple will tell you that every single session that they've had like was uber duper like amazing. Sometimes a session is a quick one where it's really just they saw each other and then things happen in the kitchen, and then one of them is like, no, I just really want to do something to you right now, but it's just to you. You don't have to do anything to me, or it has to stop because somebody's really stressed out or really tired, and that's okay. Like that's normal. Get used to that, like especially if you're partnered to one person for a long time. So just know that the more you know what works for you and you tell that to your partner, then the happier you guys will be. Less guessing games, less running around insecurities,
Yeah.
and
I,
happiness for
I
you
think
guys.
I think women also sometimes they might be a people pleaser. They just
Mm,
think that they want to please the man, and maybe they are afraid to tell what pleases them, and they
yeah.
be also afraid to that they might feel, oh, am I being selfish? And I can say, in sex you are given license to be selfish.
Yeah,
You need
that's
to be
one of the
confident enough to say, I deserve pleasure.
yeah, like literally what, like, if so the default of it is, so this for majority of people, when it comes to sex, everybody wants their partner to get what their partner wants. Everybody wants to find a way to like pleasure their partner so that everybody feels like, yeah, I accomplished myself in making my partner happy. So that means for the women out there, if you tell your partner what you like, you give them even more chance to do it right and they feel better. So it actually
Yes,
solves your problem by
yes.
doing that.
So you give them a greater gift actually.
Yeah.
And
So
when you enjoy yourself, you need to really enjoy yourself. in order
Please.
to make the man feel more satisfied.
Yeah, and I would go as far as to say that men tend to have a bit more figuring out to do because women's biology when it comes to sex is a little bit more intricate and a bit more like complex, like the psychosocial aspect to it, and then the biology of women is different in terms of erogenous zones, and then which like different types of orgasms, and men have to figure that out. Like if they have to figure that out by themselves, they're not given like a guide, a text manual on how to do that. So you might as well help them out.
I mean, if the way he touch you or it's not nice, please tell. I think the worst
Yeah.
thing is when he did something that is not nice and you fake the orgasm. And he
Yeah.
thinks that he's doing the right thing and he would want to do it again and again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the last one that I would say for helping create confidence in the bedroom is having a set, like I already talked about setting easy expectations at the beginning, but another one is having an agreement that you don't talk about fights or logistics or anything like that in the bedroom. Just don't. Like, just don't even talk about it. Just it's just gonna kill everything. Like, leave it for after. Or I have couple friends who've literally made it a rule that they
Uh,
do not talk about, because they also run a business together. They do
okay.
not they do not talk about work or business in the bedroom. It's just a
During sex or in
no,
the
no,
bedroom?
no, in the bedroom in general, like no
Okay.
fly zone. Yeah,
Okay. Okay,
and
that's
it's
good.
really helped them.
That's good.
All right, well, then we go to the last part, which is why is confidence after sex important?
If you're confident enough, you might get the second time.
Correct. Yeah, I was gonna go like, you know what? This is it. Like you nailed it, literally and figuratively. You guys nailed it, and you both are like, yeah, we both got laid. That's great. Now the question is, if you're not confident, there's probably never gonna be a second time,
True.
because confidence is what's going to lead you to actually initiate connection to see if there's even a potential next time. So
Mm.
one of the ways that confidence is important here is being able to have a debriefing after you have sex with somebody. It's so technical, you know, it's so technical. It's like debriefing. And this is not where I say like, hey, how'd I do? No, it's not like that. You always check on your partner first, like, hey, how are you doing? And how was that for you? And how could we do that better?
Yeah.
Because also by asking the question of how can we do that better, you're also insinuating that are you game for another one in the future in some way. But of course, like if you're confident, if you're not confident, then you will not ask that question.
True. True.
But that's actually really, really important to do that. And what other aspects of that have to be done is like, okay, after you, especially the person, somebody that you actually like, you don't just, yay, we're done. I go shower and then kumbaya, we're done. No, right? Like, you know, you stay there and you talk it through, and you say thank you and you appreciate it, and then you debrief each other like, how did we do? How would we make that better? And that definitely puts a strong case for this person, for this. If you're just dating, your new partner will look at you as like, oh wow, you didn't just care about having sex, you're also caring about what other potential future is there with me, irregardless of whatever this is. And that's a really, really big turn on for people, because it shows them that you are actually, you know, you're in it. Like you're in it and you're in it to
And
improve.
I think for long-term relationship, it can also do debriefing. Like,
Yeah.
uh, today because you did this to me, it helps me to get off of my stress at work, and
Yeah.
I had a bad day today, but because of our sex, so I mean debriefing for a long-term couple, maybe in terms of the touching part they might already know each other very well, but in terms of the emotion, sometimes it varies, different time it varies. So
Yeah.
like today you feel like, oh, I am top performance, like,
Yeah.
do you feel it, or today I'm not as good because, so I think that debriefing for long-term relationship.
Yeah. I actually say that I think a common trend is that when people are young, and then they're just starting to date each other, they don't really go through debriefing so much properly. They're just like, yeah, I got laid, and she's hot, and I'm hot, and we want to do it again. Uh, and even if the quality of the sex is not so good yet,
Yeah,
they're gonna go at it anyway because you're attracted to each other.
yeah,
It's the early stages.
yeah.
But when you're in a committed partnership with somebody, then it's all about evolving how you guys are connected together. So yeah, I think it's absolutely right. Like the confidence to do deep sexual debriefing with your partner is extremely important.
It's true.
For yeah.
And do you think people who are overly confident, they will think, oh, I don't need that, my partner is like fully satisfied with me.
I would actually say the people who don't do that are not exactly overconfident. I think they're the ones who are really scared.
Maybe to know
Because
the
if,
truth.
yeah, because if they find out the truth that it's actually not great, then you're like, oh my God, my whole reality is just broken. It's like, oh my
I
God, that means,
thought you had I thought you had 10 orgasms, but you did not.
yeah, that you didn't even have one. And you're like, wow, that means if you're telling me that I'm delusional, what more everybody that I've dated in my entire life? Like, oh my God, that means I've been delusional my entire life, and then say goodbye to your confidence levels. But I think that one is building the confidence to be able to have a debriefing on a very intimate setting. That requires practice, and you don't necessarily have to practice that from in a sexual context all the time. I think what's important there is being able to, let's say, even if it's with your existing partner, when you go out on a date together, and not even sex, you just go out on a date, like you start learning how to, like, hey, which parts of today did you like the most, and which
Mm,
parts did you not appreciate the most.
true.
Or maybe once a month, or a quarter, when you review your relationship, like, hey, what are parts about me that you like, and what things you don't necessarily like. And you don't have to do it with a partner. You could do it with your brother, your best friend, whatever. It's just getting used to uh, genuine conversations. That's a great start to it in the first place.
Wow, that's
Uh,
good advice.
yeah,
I need to
yeah,
start doing it with my daughter as well.
yeah. And
Yeah,
even better, like the more important the person is to you,
yeah.
the better the practice, because then you feel the tense of like, oh, will I get disappointed? Did I disappoint
Yeah.
them? And that's the best practice ever. Super
And
important.
it's always good to start with the pro, then the cons, right?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, that's why you ask, like, what are things that you loved, and what are things we can improve on
Improve.
or start doing more. You didn't say like which one sucked. It's like, wow. I mean, depends on which country you're in. I don't know. I think I guess some languages or countries are just like, hey, that's all you can do, huh? That's it. That's all you can do. It's like, wow, don't do that.
Okay, we have 10 more minutes before the live end. Do we want to do a summary of what we talked today? Like,
Yeah. So I think what we're looking at now is, number one, like we're looking at overall confidence is one of the is one of the biggest things that people should pay attention to when it comes to having success in having a great sexual life in general. It's the biggest determining factor in terms of being able to attract somebody, being able to initiate some form of sexual interaction, being able to actually execute on sex effectively, I guess, and confidence to make sure that there's a future to this partnership in the first place. And then certain elements of that is going to be related to, like your physical, like how you feel about yourself physically, especially this is
comfortable with yourself, yes.
comfortable with yourself, especially when it comes to like pre-sex, like you're trying to attract each other. So first impressions matter a lot. So for women, you said it was feeling very comfortable in how you carry yourself, how you're in your own skin. And then for men, it has a lot to do with like how they feel in their bodies and like, okay, how do I feel? My posture? Can I actually talk to this person? And then how you dress can be a factor there. So you put on everything that you can put forward so that not to impress the other person, but so that you're comfortable in yourself.
So can we fake our confidence?
I think for the most part, everybody is.
Low self-esteem and low confidence, can we fake it?
I think everybody is faking it to a certain degree.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Because it's not like a spectrum of either you're not confident or you're confident. No, I feel like it's like this. There is your level of insecurity and there is your level of confidence. Okay. If your insecurity is high, but your confidence is much higher, then okay, it's still okay. So you do everything that you can't just kill your insecurity because that is a lot of issues. But if you can put on things that increase your confidence so that they defeat your insecurities, then do it. Like for lack of better, just get a way to get in there. So that's before having sex. And if it comes to initiate, like the initiation period of sex, just know that a lot of that has like the most common things people worry about is like, God, how am I gonna look naked? Does my dick work? Did I hydrate enough today so that I'll be lubricated enough because we didn't bring lubricant? Did I wash myself properly? Am I gonna stink? So these are things that everybody is thinking about. But the point there is, guys, just trust in your junk. If you trust your junk, it'll probably work because your stress levels are the biggest factor for whether or not you will have an erection or you will get naturally turned on and lubricated for women. And not to mention for women, orgasms are so tied to levels of like your stress levels. I think that's like 70% of it for women, if I'm not mistaken.
True.
Yeah. Then if we go to confidence in the actual bedroom itself, once things get heated up and it's ongoing, if you're familiar with how your body works and you can communicate that to your partner, then it limits the chances of disappointing each other or disappointed that the partner is disappointed that they disappointed you. But it's the most common shit ever. Like it's annoying. It's annoying. And the other one is practice being naked by yourself. That's so that you sleep naked. Like try to sleep naked. Like or if maybe sleeping naked is a little bit too much. Those nightgowns which is super duper, they almost see through, but you're still wearing something very sexy, like that. So guys, no mind, just wear your boxers and go to sleep.
Yeah. I was like thinking, do men actually wear silk to sleep?
Well, I know of friends of mine who wear like the really big silk robe, but they're not wearing anything in it. It's just like, here's God's gift to the world. My balls are showing everywhere, that kind of thing. And they love it. They walk around, they feel like a king in their house. But it matters because imagine like you're in a bedroom and then you're seeing your partner walking around naked and they're walking around super confident. It's like, whoa, that's wow. That is really, really turned on right there. And then the last part is certain things like be ready to receive your partner irregardless of how they look or other. So because that's the last thing that they want to do is when everything comes off that they're feeling judged, leave the fights after sex and try to avoid any logistical conversations in the bedroom. Just like forget it. Like don't talk about your investments while you're having sex. Okay? Like, hey, why are you investing in Bitcoin? Why you do that? I don't agree. It's like, whoa, like that's just terrible. Yeah.
I used to have a partner who actually loved chit chatting.
That's so weird. It's like
I need to tell him, please shut up and don't spoil the mood.
Yeah.
It's like he just loved chit chatting. He was like talking about other things. I'm like, what are you doing now?
Yeah, it's like are we having sex or are you fixing a car radio? It's like, what is that? Yeah, and the last one is confidence after sex. Extremely important so that both of you feel like you have closure of the entire experience. Plus, there's a potential like follow up and further improvement. Having a form of debriefing, sexual debriefing of what went well and what can we do better. Take note, I said what can we do better is a good thing. Will ensure that your partner feels that you're actually invested in this, like in us together improving. So very important for new couples so that wow, there's a future, and extremely important for existing long-term couples to feel that there's always evolution together.
Yeah, and I think especially for a long-term couple, it's really important not to be rude. Like, I really hate it when you do this. Like, then you
Yeah.
make the person to be defensive and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have to admit that some people really, really, really communicate that way,
Yeah,
especially
I
in
know.
certain languages. So I found out that this man, like this woman I know who does therapy in Mandarin and
Uh, uh,
Cantonese, and she basically said, "Oh no, that's just how they talk. But if you're really worried about that, make sure they talk after sex while they're cuddling. So even no matter how harsh the language they use, it still feels like it's okay because they're like." It's like they're hugging each other. So they feel like they're just kind of like nagging each other a little bit, but it's not threatening because you're still hugging each other or whatever. I was like, that's actually really, really smart. That's really, really good. Um,
or after the briefing, just give each other a kiss, right? Like, okay, good.
yeah, yeah. They give each other a kiss and then slap someone's butt or something like that. I don't know. It's just like, you go, girl, or whatever. Uh, yeah. And the way you practice this is you practice some form of debriefing or evaluation with the people that you actually love and care about, whether it be family or best friends or whatever. You go out on a date and you say, hey, what part of today did you like? What parts do you think we can change in the future? If you get used to talking like this and debriefing with people who you actually care about, then this will be a lot easier in the future. It's not going to feel so foreign.
I
So yeah,
think
those
our
are.
confidence is definitely built up. Like,
Mhm.
when a kid's walking, keep falling, and you assure them again, they try again, and the more success they get it, the more confidence they are.
Yeah,
Even our career, there are times that we fail and we do it again, and the more small wins that we get, it builds confidence, right? You
yeah,
don't get confidence from day one. I mean, from the first time, especially for men, if you have not tried sex before, I'm sure there's a lot of fear that you're not doing things right or etc. And the
yeah.
more you practice and the more debriefing you get, I think the more confidence you will get.
Yeah, if you and your partner are beginners in doing a lot of these things, then it's great because that means nobody is nobody is ahead of each other, and you're both like, okay, so we're committing to making this effort to be more confident with each other. So let's try to be better at debriefing. Okay, it's gonna be awkward, but at least we're both awkward
But
about it.
but even but I think even if you have somebody who is more experienced, it's also good. The person can mentor you or coach you.
Yeah, I mean, if the person is that, and I was gonna say, if somebody is more experienced on the debriefing side of things, then please lead it. And because you know better, and you know, even if you're the one who's more experienced, your life is gonna be so much easier in the long run if you bring your partner up with you as well in that process.
True.
So all that said, my guys, like sex is joint effort. So work on it together.
Yeah, I
If you
think
work on your.
communication is still the key. And yeah, so I hope that the more we talk about this topic, the more it become a norm. And if any of the audience have any problems, you can always DM us. And if you have any questions, every 3 weeks I will do sexual talks with Ezekiel. So please DM us if you have any questions. We will be more than happy to answer it. And I think maybe there's a lot of challenges or problems that you all face are also faced by many people. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah. And I think the more I talk about it, the more I feel that actually most of our problems are quite the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The problems are not special. It's everybody. It's just
yeah.
just very few people talk about it.
So the more we talk about it, the more people can relate to it. And yeah, actually sometimes it's just easy solution, right? The debriefing, so it's not very difficult. But if you don't talk about it, then you will think that, oh, only me has this problem, I have this trauma or whatever. I think some
Yeah.
people, if you have trauma, do you think they can overcome it? That is
Yeah, it's still just practice, really. It's hopefully that your trauma, your confidence levels become stronger than your trauma levels when you're put on the spot, and that's just practice and repetition. It's like nobody really gets over trauma. It's difficult to do that, but if
true.
you have more experience that's happy post trauma, then you can move forward.
Okay, good, good. Thanks for your time, Kill. So we will see you again 3 weeks later. So
Yeah.
thank you, audience, for joining us. So yeah, bye.
Bye bye.